What is up, guys? We are here in the Nucleus Content Hub in the heart of Wynwood inside of the Museum of Graffiti during Art Week. I'm very excited because I'm followed by this amazing guest that I have over here on my left. This is Diana Hernandez. I'm so pleased to have met you, even though, like we said before, it felt like we've known each other for quite a while. But why don't you let the crowd know who you are? Introduce yourself.
Of course. My name is Diana Hernandez. I am an actor, TV host, and a content creator. I started my career as an actor in New York. Then I moved to Miami. I studied political science and international relations. I didn't do anything with that degree. And then I moved to LA and I became a TV host. I was working at Univision as an entertainment reporter and a TV host. And when pandemic happened, I kind of changed my entire way of living, making money and all that. I was creating content when I was already working as a TV host at Univision, but I wasn't really making money out of it. I was just doing it for fun with my friends. I was doing skits, like funny little skits. And then when pandemic happened, I was like, I need to make money because all the studios in LA were closed. Like I didn't have a job for almost 2.5 years. So that's when I started creating a lot more content on Instagram and Facebook, and I created my own traveling show. Actually, in fact, I had my traveling show before because I proposed that to Univision. I pitched that to Univision, and they kind of like it. And I thought they were gonna buy it, but that didn't happen. And it was in Spanish. It was a totally different concept, and that's when pandemic happened. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do my traveling show on YouTube. I'm gonna change it to English instead of Spanish, and I'm gonna change the format. So I've been doing that for the past 3 years, and I have been supporting myself with social media, and I'm so happy about that.
So I can tell you're very comfortable in front of a camera. Number one.
I do love to be in front of the camera. I'm not going to deny
I,
that.
I love it. I love it. So coming from the world of hosting and acting and doing all this, and I'm sure that takes a whole team, whole preparation. It's a lot of hands, and I'm sure it's a lot of having to like prepare with the scripts and understand what you're going to say, understand a little bit about who the people around you that you're going to be acting with or whoever you're going to interview. What have you seen the big difference from that versus what you're doing now independently with content creation? And then what are the similarities? What are the things that you would say this has helped you to like make yourself even better and stronger in the creator world?
Well, definitely, it is a huge difference because, like you said, I had a team. I had my producer, I had writers to review my scripts, on editors, everybody. Now I'm by myself. I'm like when I first started, I was doing everything on my own. I didn't have editors. I didn't have a copywriter. I didn't have anybody. So I had to learn everything in order to start delegating those little jobs to different people on my team. But what's similar is that thanks to Estrella TV, which was the first TV station that I started in LA, and Univision, I learned how to produce my own segment. I learned how to interview people. I learned how to be even more confident in front of the camera because before, yeah, I was doing theater and TV commercials and all that, but a lot of the TV commercials and soap operas, you pre-record them, you remember your lines, and you rehearse that. For interviews, you have 5 seconds. I mean, 5 minutes with Matthew McConaughey, so you have to be on point. You can be like, "Oh my God, can we repeat that question?" So that gave me like the improvisation skill that I can do now with my traveling show or interviewing people. But basically, what I learned the most and I think is helping me is just like the whole production thing that I can do that on my own and I can delegate that and explain to my team how to do those things. And I think there's another thing that I do that people don't really know because there's something new is my online course
Mm.
because I've been supporting myself with social media. And I mean, I don't have millions of followers, but if you're smart and you know how to talk to brands and pitch yourself, you can make a living out
Oh
of
yeah.
this. So a lot of my friends and family members always ask me like, how do you do this? How do you edit? How do you do your voiceover? How do you uh, talk to the brands? How do you find the brands? And I was giving free tips for like almost 3 years until I'm like, you know what? why don't I just create a high ticket course where I can teach everything to other content
Mhm.
creators or influencers, aspiring influencers, and they can have everything in a high ticket course. So in my course, I teach people everything: how to be confident in front of the camera, how to be confident on a live, how to record themselves, how to create a studio at home, not as sophisticated as this one, but with little money, you can create your studio at home and look professional if you know how to edit, how to edit. I teach, I provide my email templates so they can pitch themselves to brands. I even share my huge list of contacts with like the names of the brands and email. So if you
Amazing.
are established content creator and your page look amazing, you can start pitching yourself to these
Very
people.
cool.
So that's new, and that's when you're gonna help me.
There we go. I'm gonna help you out. I got you. But let's help the audience out. What's one thing, Diana, that you can give the audience from your course that you don't mind sharing? One tip, a process, a step, something that they can literally watch this video. When they get off, they can literally apply it and start seeing results.
Well, something that took me a while to understand and really put together was creating my own niche. So
Mm,
if you don't have an established niche and you don't know what you do, and you're gonna be all over the place, and the brands are gonna be confused. So, like I said before, I'm an actor, so I started doing skits, and I love comedy. But then I was like, this is not really what I love to do. I love interviewing people. So then I started doing like the interviews and all that. And I'm like, I still don't feel like this is my niche. And then I've always been traveling all my life, and I love traveling. I'm passionate about it. And that's when I said, I think that's my niche. So I combine traveling with tips for like where to go for dinner, tips to activities, and I also mix it up a little bit with fashion and beauty because I'm a girl and I love fashion and beauty. So I mix it up. When I'm at home, I can do videos from my studio or my house for fashion and beauty, but my niche is basically traveling.
yeah.
So the most important thing is to do what you love. Find the thing that you love the most and focus on that and make that your niche. Because
Mm.
if you start doing something that you don't really love but you think is gonna hit because other influencers are doing it and they're huge, I think that's gonna be a mistake because eventually you're gonna get bored and tired of that. So the most important thing is to do what you love and stick with it.
So Diana, how for those people who they might know what they love, but they're still confused. They're like, I don't know where to start. I know I love this. I know about this, but like, how can I put that out there? How can I get comfortable with it? Like, I'm getting scared. I don't know where to start talking about in this specific realm of what I know. How can you guide somebody like that that's stuck and confused or just scared?
That is actually the first module on my course. You have to believe in yourself, and I do believe in the power of the brain, your mind. What you attract, what you think about is what you get. So I do teach people that on my first module. I am not an expert. I'm not a life coach, but I've taken enough courses in meditation. I do
Hmm.
meditation big
Amazing.
time. I do NLP, which is, if you guys don't know that, it's like neuro linguistic programming. So you
Hmm.
kind of reprogram your brain. And I do that every single day since I was like 19 years old. So it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to do it now and it's magic and it's going to start happening. No, you have to practice. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can do the things that you want to do, no one else
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
And if you don't go out there and expose yourself and trying to break that pattern, you're never gonna know. You have to go and do it. Like, if you see my videos from like 5, 6 years ago, you will probably laugh. They're really bad. Bad edits, bad music, bad
Oh, you don't
sound.
want to go watch my page. Go all the way down to my page.
No, but that's what I mean, like we all make mistakes. We didn't just come out like, oh my God. And I still make mistakes all the time, especially with the sound because all my videos when I'm traveling, they are outdoors and I can't really fight a little girl screaming or something. I can fix it on the sound, but on the editing room, but it's still. So it's like, it's okay to make mistakes.
Hmm.
It's okay to learn from your mistakes, but the most important thing is to believe in yourself and go out there and do it.
That's 100%. I always say, there's a lot of people that say, I got to see it to believe it. And I always say, you got to believe it so you can see it. If you don't believe it, you're not going to see it. And if you think that you have to see it to believe it, you're going to lose already. So you got to always switch that around. And since we're talking about believing, what is something that you believe in right now wholeheartedly for yourself that you see itself panning out in the next few years that's going to be something you're dying to do and put out there?
For my future or for the world?
Both.
I'm a dreamer. Let's just talk about myself, not the future of the world. I believe I am going to sell a lot of my courses, not because I want the money. Of course, we want the money, but because I want other people to believe in themselves. And if you are a very shy person, but you really want to explore the fashion world on Instagram or beauty or traveling and start doing pictures and videos, you can do it. So I want to encourage people to do what they love, encourage people to forget about the 9 to 5. I was stuck in that world. I was stuck in the studio for like 15, 17, 20 hours sometimes. And I feel free. Of course, I work a lot, but I work on my own terms. So I am 100%. I'm a believer that my course is going to help a lot of people. And that's my main goal right now.
And I can feel the energy sitting right across from you that you're going to impact a lot of people. Something I like to do for fun, I always like to go into some rapid, quick fire questions,
Okay.
spice it up, make it fun. But before we do, why don't you let the audience know where they can find your course, where they can connect with you, where they can interact? I want to make sure that they can, have a connection with you and be able to, drive the value, get the value from what you're driving to them today.
Sure. My Instagram is Diana A as an apple, not the number, Diana A. Hernandez. I couldn't find just Diana Hernandez because there's too many. So Diana A. Hernandez, that's my Instagram. And over there you find everything else, all my world. You find my Facebook, my YouTube, my courses. Actually, my course, I only have one. And everything else you want to find out about me.
Love it, love it. All right, time for these rapid fire questions. You
Uy,
ready?
no, I'm scared.
All
¿Qué
right.
me va a preguntar?
Number one, as a creator, what is your favorite prop?
My cell phone.
Okay.
Believe it or not. I always thought that with cell phones you couldn't do much, but you can do a lot.
You can definitely, it's become a necessity, hasn't it? Number two, what is the wildest thing that you've seen while acting?
Someone throwing up, I guess.
Stage fright? I don't know.
Yeah, stage nervousness, but on the back, like not really
Wasn't
on
you though?
stage. No, that
Okay, okay,
wasn't me,
okay.
but it was
We want to
someone
make sure.
else.
Question number three, what is your favorite thing to do here in Miami?
I love Miami. Oh my God, I missed it. I lived in LA for almost 8 years and I missed every single piece of Miami. But the most thing that I like to do is to hang out with my family. That's why I'm
Love that.
back here. I love Miami, everything, but my family is the number one thing for me.
Love that. Love that. Number two, well, actually, what am I saying? Number four, we got two left. You ready? All right.
No, your face.
What
I'm waiting for that.
what is one thing that I would say you usually don't share that people don't know about you?
I don't like to share when I'm sad or depressed, but I've recently started doing that because I'm a human being and I want people to understand that sometimes being sad and being depressed is okay too. So people usually see me, I am a happy person, I'm a positive person, but I'm a human being. And I recently got um, a divorce and that was really hard for
Sorry to
me.
hear that.
And I share all that, and people really love the fact that I was more human to them than before, just showing my happy face, my beautiful things. So that's one thing that I didn't share before, but now I'm
I
doing it
appreciate
little
you,
by little. It's really hard.
which takes a lot.
Yeah.
Takes a lot. So I appreciate you sharing that with not only me, but our entire audiences that are going to be hearing this. Last question. What was your first impression when you walked in here, sitting down here with the Nucleus Hub? What was your first take, first impression, and how have you enjoyed this experience overall?
I love art. So no matter where you invite me or where you take me, if there is art, I will enjoy it and appreciate it because I'm an artist myself. I'm not a painter, but I'm an artist myself. And I know how hard artists work to expose themselves, to get up there, to find the painting, to find the material. So for me, it's just amazing to see this in Miami. I know Art Basel is huge, but not everybody get the opportunity to be on a gallery, on a wall where people get to see their art. So I think this is beautiful what you guys are doing, and I would love to participate more in this, to be part of it.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Gracias.
Guys, make sure you go follow the amazing Diana Hernandez. As you can see, she doesn't bite and she will connect with you. And I'm sure she's more than happy to chat with you.
I don't buy unless you do something bad to me. I will defend myself.
I
No, thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you, Anthony,
You're
for
welcome.
having me and for the invitation.
Anytime.
Thank
We'll
you.
we'll have you back on. Till next time, guys, right here live with the Nucleus Hub team. We're excited. And who knows, maybe one of you might be the next ones on the hot seat.